So here is my 2026 setup. I started with this page. I just put in a little, just to break it up from the December one, 2025. It's funny to say that, to be honest. I went to put something on here. It didn't work, so I've just covered it. And this is January. And the same thing happened with this one. I started with an idea for a wintry one. It did not work out at all, so I had to just cover up, and I've come up with this, and I really like this one. It has changed a little bit from previous. I've put just a little calendar in there, and I've put all the tasks for the month there, because I was thinking I don't actually need to do weekly tasks. I could do my monthly. I live alone. I work full time, so, and that's the same day in, day out. I don't actually have a lot of tasks to do. So I'll just put monthly ones, and then I could just add in a couple to each month. I've put in my tabs here. I had forgot, so I had to kind of cut into the tab, but I think it's come out really nice. It does blend into the background there a bit, but content, that is just the videos I'll be putting up. So that's just the title of the video, filmed, edited, thumbnail, upload. And then journals, I have my everyday journal, which is this one, my reading one, and I have a writing one. But that is now moot because I'll show you in a minute what I've done. And that's just make sure each week, 4 weeks, so I'll do 4 weekly phases that I've done something in them each week. And then we go on to, this will be week 1. And all I've done is the priority tasks I'll be doing, my income and expenses before, some notes, and then the projects, because I'm back into doing my crafts. I've been making little gnomes and some cloth dolls. And I'll just put little images of what I've done there. It might not be 3, it could only be one thing I'll do, because like I say, I do work full time and there's other things I want to do, which is like my writing. This page was going to be sort of a journaling side. And I thought, again, my life is not exciting enough to do a weekly journal. So I put in my writing because I did have a writing journal. It was in here, but things had been happening, and basically the likes of December, this is a cute one, which is a shame, and November I did very little. So I decided I'm just going to put it all into the one journal, which is this one. So this will be the project. I'm actually in the process of editing the rough draft that I finished. It's the first draft, so very rough. I'll be putting that in there, and then weekly word count of new words I've written, because I do need to add some chapters in the editing. And this will be the same for each week. I've not done all the printout for these, but as you'll notice, well, I have added colour into these ones, but my printer is kind of coming out faded, and this was on sticker paper. This is on just plain paper. And I don't know if it's a difference with the two. I'm not sure. Or if it's just I've got a bad batch of ink. I don't know. So that is going to be the same week in and week out. I really like this PT tape. Adds a little bit of sparkle, but it's still steampunk themed. And like I said, I just need to print out all the rest of them. And then at the back here I have, this will be my journaling section. It's very full of cogs and wheels at the moment. So that is my January setup. I'm really liking this, and I will get good use out of it. And I'm glad that I've put in my writing, because it stops me procrastinating as well, because I'm always in here and I see this and I think, well, gotta do it. So that is my everyday journal, and I will show you. I'm trying not to shake too much. The things pinned to the table, not like my usual, and I'm trying not to shake it. And this is just my January setup. I was going to keep it, you know, like I said, grayscale, like I've been doing here, which I really like. But then I thought, you know what, I'd like a little splash of colour. So I went with a lot of colour. This is just really cute. Where I just showed you in my writing journal, I did have a page that was kind of similar. And I really liked that theme and thought, do you know what? I'm going to put similar ones in here, and just to make it look, like I say, it's just so cute. I love it. This book here, you'll notice I've scored it out. It's my first DNF already. I really, really looked forward to this book. It was part of the readathon, the Lightfall readathon, and it's an author I've read before and I really liked her stuff, but this one, I don't know what it was. There was a lot of like weird names, which is not unusual in fantasy books, but they kept tripping me up and there was a lot of them and I just got frustrated with it and I was like, nope, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have to just DNF it, maybe get back to it another time. But yeah, I just found it quite frustrating and I wasn't enjoying it at all. And I'm not somebody who will power through a book just to have read it. If I'm not liking it, if there's something bothering me about it, I will DNF it. Just like that. So there we have it. That is my January setup in my readathon, my reading journal, and in my everyday journal. Both very, very cute, in my opinion anyway. So thank you for watching. I will get in probably a more in-depth videos in the future. I just did these quickly because I'd got frustrated with this one because it hadn't worked out the way I'd wanted. So I just thought, you know what, just put both the everyday and the reading journal into the one video just to get it up for people to see. If anybody's interested, that is. And anyway, please like, comment, subscribe to see what I come up with in future months. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.